Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fish with Bish. Fish with Bish. Must be Friday night at 9 o'clock. How's everybody doing? Seamus is in the house. How you doing, Seamus? Oh, mate. Right. Posted them things off to you this afternoon. Don't know how long they're going to get to you, mate. But have fun with them. Cameron's in the house. How you doing, Cameron? Thanks for dropping in. Right, I've got nothing prepared for tonight. Happy fishing, you guys here. How you doing? Right, I'm just gonna have a quick flip through the papers while we're let's see what we've got. Tell you what, the barbel weights are £15 is one here. They're talking about that huge pike from last week as well, that 58-pounder. And there's a guy saying that he caught one just as long as that one, but the weight wasn't as much. But hey guys, how's everybody? What we've been up to this week? I've had a telling off this week. I'll let you know that a little bit later on. I was going to do a video, but I had to change my plans on the video. Whoops. If you can see behind me, all the stuff's missing. I'm just preparing this to finish off the decorating, which I should have done a long time ago. This, where is it? This blue over here. It's got to go all the way across. So which one, Cameron? We're talking about the 5 minute, 5 minute one with Big Earn. I watched if it is that one anyway. But I watched some guys doing how they make the rigs up and stuff like that, and I make my own rigs anyway. But I've always used like a little a vase of about, I don't know, 30 centimeters, like about a foot, something like that, and I thought that was quite good. Then I saw this going for sale. I bought it. It went for £1 because it was leaking. And none of the electrics worked, the bubbles and the lights and all that didn't work. When I got to the lady's house, it was collect only. When I got to the lady's house, I just said, look, I can't. So I just give her a fiver for it, not £1. But I got it for £1. But no, I just think it'd be good for the videos to show, as I say, as I showed you on there, I've already started doing the one about the plummet and making sure that you're getting the right depth on your float fishing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's as I say, it's because the weather's changing. Not so many times out. Camo Dick Barton's in the house. How you doing? Please, as you come in, guys, hit that thumbs up for me. Come on, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for coming in, everybody. If anyone's got any stuff they want to talk about, or if there's any interesting stuff, I managed to see Camo. Know this one. I managed because I saw that you were in Mark's live. Because I work on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night. I'm always zonked out on a Wednesday. I have to pick my daughter up. So when I come back, I miss Mark's live stream every time. And if you don't know, guys, Mark Carp's live stream's pretty good. Camo Dick Barton will probably back me up on this. So I have to watch his when they're like after. And it's not as good as sort of, chipping in with all the other guys and whatever. But no, if you've not seen Mark Carp's live streams, they're pretty good. They are good. I do like Mark a lot. I like his stuff and I like his videos as well. His prep videos are brilliant. Even when he's got the ducks on his lap, that's a bit odd. That is. I never heard about that, to be fair. But anyone else been up to anything? Anybody been fishing this week? Anybody managed to get out? I know Seamus's daughter Athena. I saw some pictures. Where did I see them, Seamus? Were they on Facebook? Where she's caught herself a few nice little carp there. Did you do a video of that, Seamus? Please let me know. I've not seen that yet. They are. I think Mark's lives are really good. I really do like them. But yeah. So what's everybody been up to this week? As I say, if anyone's been fishing, let us know, and let us know what you've caught this week. I caught a really nice carp this week. It was about 15, £16, I think it was. Didn't have any weighing stuff with me, but it was a pretty nice fish, to be fair. Um, oh, brilliant! If please, guys, take a look at Shanice's daughter's channel, Athena's Adventures. She's only a baby, but her and Shanice go out on some adventures looking for nature, and she going fishing as well. And it's just a brilliant idea, I think. But I tell you what, Camo, I bought my rods out, and I bought my pike reel out, and I bought my spinning reel out. But I didn't go for pike or perch or anything like that. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to get them on a rod and just check them out, make sure they were all right. So went to a commercial, got my rods out, if you pardon the expression, and my reels, and just checked them out. Just did some long range casting, just so I could get the line off the spool and get it back on again. You know what I'm on about, guys. I don't have to explain to you lot. Just want to get the action back in as well. Found myself doing what I call the John Wilson trigger um, finger again. Don't know if you know, when I was a youngster, I used to watch John Wilson and everything. If you're holding a reel, so I put my reel between my fingers as everybody does, but I always used to have my finger up the rod, pardon the expression, because I thought it made me look like John Wilson. And I found myself just doing it out of complete habit because I don't fish. You guys who are fairly new to seeing my channel or watching my fishing or whatever, I pole fish virtually all the time. But it was nice just to get the rods out and give them a flick around and whatever. It was pretty good. Caught some nice carp as well, to be honest. I was gonna do a oh, I can't noise. Hopefully this winter. Camo, I'm with you on this. I've never caught a pike. Me and Seamus were discussing this the other day. Never caught a pike, and I've never caught a perch over £2. So my challenge for myself this winter is to catch a pike of any size. I do not care. It can be a little, I don't know what you call a baby pike. Is it a fingling? But a tiny jack, it could be that big, and I'd still be happy. And I want to get a perch over £2. PB, yeah, not OB. You got it upside down. But yeah, I agree with you, mate. I'm really champing at the bit for this. So no, looking forward to it. Right, what's going on my right there, yeah. As what's your personal best, by the way, bud? Let us know what your personal best is, and please let us know when you get it. You got to let us know. That'd be brilliant. I'm This week I went to Huntington because obviously it's the closest one to me, and as I say, once to get the rods out, I had a lovely 34-pound pike. I mean, that pulled your arm off, didn't it? But I've noticed though, and you might be able to put me straight in, Seamus, as well. I think we've had this kind of discussion. Don't know what's going on with me too. This discussion before, but they seem to like really give it their all. Then they sort of like bream it, if you like, and then as soon as they get to by the net, they're off again. That's how I've viewed the videos that I've watched. So yeah, £34, lovely. I mean, I bet she was holding it like this. Teacher, what you got to do? Right, let me show you. Camo, you listen to this, you probably do this actually. You don't hold a fish there. You hold a fish there. See, it's good because I've got little hands. So even if I'm holding it close to the camera, it looks like I've got normal hands. But no, that's not bad going, that it, mate, for a 4-year-old. Also, getting out on the bank, catching fish, showing some respect to nature. It's what a lot of kids should be doing now. Adrian's in the house. How you doing, Aid? Have you fished your last match, mate? I don't know if you know, guys, but Adrian Margerson has got his own channel, and it's called Margerson Match Fishing. It's a bit of a sad time coming up for Aid. Yeah, because the group of guys that were in his fishing club, they're disbanding, I think. And I think they've been going for a few years, haven't they, Aid? I can just make it out. What I'll do, Camo, is as I say, anyone that comes into the live stream, I'll I'll go and have a look at people's videos and stuff like that. So we'll check that out, and I will have a proper look at your profile picture. If you look at my profile picture, that's Spartacus at the background. He's my biggest catch. My God, should have seen us trying to get a picture of this carp, because obviously I'm not set up with a mat and a sling and all that kind of thing. So I try and keep them in the net, and I don't catch. They're not that big, to be honest, the carp that I catch. But Dad's holding the net. I'm trying to get the fish out, and he's got the net under my arm. I'm going, hang on, Dad, drop the net, drop the net. Crazy bloke. It's on Facebook. I'll check that out. So we'll have a look. Oh, nice fishing club from Shrewsbury. It's sad, isn't it, when things like that, because there's a lot of history there going. Do you know what I mean? So, well. Have you found anyone else, any clubs, Aid, or are you just going to try and do a bit of like winter league over the winter, and then find out what's going on next year? I noticed, who is it? I noticed that Willow Marsh, he's taking names for a winter league, and I think they're doing every other week. I know Wassell Grove do a winter league, and I know that. Oh, you're in the Dorset actually as well. Well, I mean, if you've got one that you can keep going with, it just means you can't go twice a week. Then it just means you go once a week. I'm not sponsored by Dr Pepper, but if Dr Pepper want to send me something, I'm quite happy to. What's the worst that could happen? Do you remember them adverts? I used to love them adverts. Yeah, but I haven't seen your last video, mate. I've noticed it's gone up, but I've been a bit remiss this week. I've not. Sorry, the pockets are jam full of what's it cards and loads of money. Let the kids see that. That's it. It's gone. No, I've not been on Facebook. I've not been on social media. Full stop. Really, since Wednesday. So, oh, that'd be brilliant. That is, Aid. I mean, if people can help out other fishing clubs, then it's a good idea. I think it really is a good idea. Cheers, guys. Anyone seen this? As I say, I read all these. I read all the what's it. So I get the carp one as well, and I get improve your course fishing. But look at that fish there, man. Right? Talk about Halloween. That's crazy. One of my heroes, Bob Nudd, absolute hero. When I first started pole fishing, I used to, because back then, when I first started, obviously there wasn't YouTube. Because if I want to learn anything now, I don't know about you, like I don't know, Camo, Adrian or whatever. But if there's anything new that comes out and I want to try, I always have a look at YouTube and see how they do it, how you tie it on, how you do this, how you do that. But then I remember I used to scour everywhere trying to get Bob Nudd DVDs. Such a nice guy, absolutely top bloke. I've met him once, and like not to have a proper chat to, but just to say hello and shake his hand. No, I haven't. Oh, right. Yeah, he's really, really nice guy. He's doing a thing with I think is he has he moved on to Maver now? I know he used to be with Browning. Um, as a lot of them do, they move around, don't they? They move around between what's it to get the best deals and everything. But I've got this thing in my head that he's gone with Maver now, and he's doing a thing called Beat Bob, where like people all get together and they have they don't beat him up. Oh, God, I forgot what I was. I've lost what I was saying now because I'm thinking of all these people beating Bob up, taking his white hat off him. No, where there's a match set up and everyone wants to see if they can beat Bob Nudd on the match. It's ever so good. There was one in, I think it was in Holland that I saw on that, and like they win a poll. I'm sure it's made. I can't remember. But, let's have a look. I met Bob when I was a teenager. He was on a fishing island. He's one of the old school greats. He is, mate, but he can still hold his own now. If you watch, if you watch what he does, or because I watch so carefully when I'm watching videos and everything. I watch so carefully that if you watch the things that he does, they're sort of bang on now. If you did them now, you'd still do really well. You really would do really well. Something for the carping guys I noticed in one of these as well, which I found really interesting. This competition that some of the lakes have got on. I don't know, Cameron, you're probably aware of this. I don't know whether it was mentioned on the WhatsApp. Hang on, let's have a look. Most wanted carp with a price on the heads. So what they're doing at these certain lakes around the country, let me tell you where they're doing it at. They're doing it at Anglers Paradise. Fish of the Week winners at this Devon venue can win various prizes. Cool or Coal Acres Fishery win the big carp bounty at this Cheshire venue and take home £100. Yeah, you can win £50, £100, and it's if you catch these specific carp at different places. And I think it's a brilliant idea. Oh no. Mm, sad news everywhere. It's just let me just catch up, guys. I'll have to have a look at that because did Rich laugh when the carp jumped out of his net? I doubt it very much. I've just noticed. I'm just looking here. There's a bloody toffee apple on there. There I am trying to clear it, and they're just putting things up there. But no carping news as well. Because although I don't sort of I obviously carp fish because that's what's in the commercials now. But not after the big guys and stuff like that. But the I noticed that I forgot what I was saying. I remember it. I'm losing it, guys. Excuse me. Yeah. What was I saying about the carp? It's gone. It's gone. Oh yeah. I was. I went with all intentions of doing a video, so I'm looking for the mask. I can't see it anywhere. I was going to do a Halloween special where I was going to use Halloween sweets for see if I could catch the carp, which I did last year very successfully. Only 2 3 pounders, but I had about 30 40 fish on these squidgy brains and the fangs, the jelly fangs. But I got stopped dead in my tracks by the bailiff. He said, "Please don't." Fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough. I never even gave it a thought that they might not want me to use it, because as far as I'm sort of what's it? It's the same as using a bit of like uh, jellied pellets and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw that one with totally awesome fishing. I've been watching that tonight as soon as you put it up. I love Graham, top bloke, absolutely top bloke. He's as mad as a box of frogs, though. To be honest, I think most fishermen are. I think we've got to be, haven't we, to go out in the rain and the cold and everything like that. As I say, I was out Wednesday this week with Spartacus, and I had the sweets with me. Luckily, I took corn and luncheon meat as well. We had no maggots, no worms, which I do like to take, because I take the worms out of my wormery. What I don't use, I put back in. Because obviously, me doing like leisure fishing videos, excuse me doing leisure fishing videos, uh, it's nice for me to catch a mixture of fish. But obviously, with the luncheon meat and the corn, basically, I had a carp day. Paul Pard's in the house, just back from the pub. Oh, it's going fine, mate. I wish I'd been in the pub. Mind you, we wouldn't have a live stream then, would we? On a Friday. But there you go. Thanks for rubbing it in, though. Nice of you to come in anyway, Paul. We're just discussing using jellied sweets for carp fishing, which I did last year, and caught loads of 3-4 pounders. I think I had about 30 or 40 fish, to be honest, about that weight. But they've told me I can't do them this year because I was doing like a video, a Halloween special. I got a top on and everything, and a mask, and I'm still wearing the mask. What the hell, Adrian? Rubbing it in and all. But yeah, nice of you to drop in, guys. Everyone who's dropped in, can we hit the thumbs up? If you're in here, please hit the thumbs up for me. Newfoundland Ingalls family. Hello, thanks for coming in. Newfoundlander Ingalls family. Thank you for coming in. That's that's great. That's a bit of a mouthful for a what's it for a channel. I'm just going to call you New from now on. All right. Please, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Let us know where you are. Obviously, I think you're in Newfoundland. What you're up to and that kind of thing. What kind of are you into fishing? And if you do, what kind of fishing are you into? I should imagine it's going to be what would it be in Newfoundland? Would it be a lot of sea fishing? A lot of would it be salmon? I would think as well. I think you've probably got a dog breeder. Oh, Newfoundlands. They got web feet, didn't they? Love Newfoundlands. I used to work in a house because I used to own a gardening company, and I worked at a house, and they had a Newfoundland, and it used to follow me everywhere, absolutely everywhere. The most beautiful dog, the most the darkest black I've ever seen in a dog. I will, mate. I will have a look. I will have a look, and I'll comment on it. I will. Looking forward to that. That will make me laugh. Yeah, I think they're beautiful dogs. They're heavy, heavy dogs, though, aren't they? But I think they're that big because am I right in thinking they're used as as a rescue dog? Do they do they jump in the water? I've got this thing that they jump in the water and can save people. I know they've got web feet. I know they're good swimmers. That's it. I knew they were good swimmers. Wow, that's interesting. Really interesting. God, I bet they cost a bob or two though to keep. Yeah, water dogs. I bet they cost food wise. Oh, money, money, money. I've eventually Yeah, very good swimmers. I've eventually got rid of this, or I'm getting rid of this cold. I've had it nearly for 6. Oh my god! You could get them to pull about. You could water ski behind them. I've had this cold for an absolute age, and I don't think it helps going out fishing, getting wet, and then coming back in, getting wet. Do you know what I mean? I just think. Are you Camo and Paul? Are you sort of fairly close to each other? What part of the country are you in? I know that you're both going to Mark's live as well, don't you, on Wednesdays? As I say, I wish I could. God, 600 quid a month for each duck. 600 quid a month for the dogs. Ooh. See, I'd rather spend 600 quid on fishing stuff. Speaking of which, I've got a couple of cheap reels coming. I don't know why. I just saw them and I just thought, I don't know if anyone else does this. They go down the. Do you ever go down the eBay or the Amazon rabbit hole looking at fishing kit? I do it all the time. All the time. Cleethorpes. Uh, Excuse my ignorance, Camo. Is that? Are you by the coast as well? Is Cleethorpes is a coastal town, isn't it? I seem to think. So you got the best of both worlds there, really. You could do a bit of sea fishing as well. Do you get out much doing the sea fishing? Oh wow! I wish I was, but I go on this journey of every now and again changing like the only thing I don't change or I haven't changed in a long time are my poles purely because of the cost. Purely because of the cost. And as I say, I won a fishing competition. I won a Garbellino, I want to say, pole, and it had 10 top kits. So I don't tend to fish that far out. I've got a Maver 16-meter pole. And fortunately, these top kits fit it. So I've not had to buy top kits for an absolute age. But I do, but I do, I do put my own side pullers in and stuff like that. I'm going to do a video on that as well because that's not hard. And I think guys are getting ripped off left, right, and centre. Let me just catch up. Camo, yes, mate. It is, but you don't see fish. Paul Pine, I'm from the Cambridge area, originally from South London. Oh, mate, but we meet around Central. Oh, brilliant. I bet that's great. That is all meeting up. And is there a bit of a competition going on, guys, as well? Do you have we call it a knock up when a few of us get together and basically you just so it's not like a proper match as such, but you have like a tenner on the biggest fish, or do you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Or we have as well. We have one where it's the most unusual fish. No channel. Ain't you crazy fool? I don't blame you though. If your interests change, I think you've told me that before about the port. If your interests change, mate, then you get what you can get when you can get it. I think when it comes to a lot of kit. Yeah, Paul, mate. I mean, like this, the live streams that you guys going to like Marks and whatever, and like just coming into this one. If you have chance to get together as a group of guys and talk about the stuff that you like doing, so you talk about the fishing or whatever, it's great. I think in Chesterfield. I mean, how many of them do you get to go to, guys? And that makes a difference as well, doesn't it? Come out if you've got good lads in the group. It's like in the live stream here, when you've got a good bunch of guys who are nice to talk to. They come up with some interesting stuff. Seamus is back. Thank you, Seamus. I'm just saying, Seamus, that when you've got a good bunch of guys in the live stream and like everyone's sort of hitting off everyone else and they're sort of you've got like different little bits of interest going on. So we've got the carp guys, we've got Aid who's the match man, we've got Seamus who's the pike and the perch man, and the chub and the and the what's it? So Seamus is mainly sort of his river and his own little bit of river as well, guys. If you didn't know, Alan and Paul. James, who's Asgardian Adventures, has got the rights to a stretch of this. I wouldn't call it a big river, would you, Seamus? But he's looking after it brilliantly, sorting it out and everything like that. And there's lots of barbel in there, some nice perch, and some cracking pike, absolutely cracking pike in there as well. So. That's what that's exactly what I like. I like the fact that there's different types of anglers, and we can hit on something. We can have a like. I haven't had a chance this time, but I have a quick look through the what's it, and if there's any contentious points or people are bringing things up. As I say, we don't have an argument about anything, but we have a debate about things and we talk about things. I think what that proves, Seamus, is if the quality of the way everyone else chime in on this one as well, you guys who have fish rivers and stuff like that, it might just be a small trickle, and it holds base. But if the water quality is good, the environment is good, and the mix of the fish that are in the stream, because obviously if you've got like perch and pike, you've got to have your bait fish, and then your bait fish grow bigger because the smaller ones are taken out by the bigger predators. So you get your better quality roach. The barbel, if the water quality is good, they're going to be taking up the signal craze. So again, we talk about this every week, don't we? About the balance of things. Oh my god! Just having a very quick look through here, guys. 121 pound catfish. Catfish. You carp guys probably come across catfish more than I would. I know Paul Hall by me carries catfish, but there's not many places that do. But I think some of the bigger carp waters they like to have the. I think there's they like to have or don't necessarily like to have, but they tend to have like a good head of decent size catfish in there. And I think if you've got the catfish and the carp, I think there's more likely to be eels in there as well. To be honest, so, Adrian, have a look at the permanent structure. Yeah, I've not seen that. Me, mate, I'm a Brummie born and bred. I'm from a place here called Harburn, which is I want to say it's the posh end. It's do you know what I mean? I don't live there anymore. Let's put it this way: the kids that are born in Harburn don't live in Harburn because they can't afford to. So you move your postcode out, if you know what I mean. But I live in Quinton now, which is by Junction 3. Perfect example. Junction 3, then 5, and then there's a corridor of about 5 fisheries that I use down there. Yeah, so I'm a Birmingham area mate, and fish. I don't go the other side of Brum, so I don't go sort of Tamworth side or Coventry side. Tends to stay this side purely because it's getting back to because I have to pick if I go fishing I have to pick their wife up so from work, So I always have to make sure that I can get to her. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, there'd be trouble. It's why I get a chance to get out every single week, to be honest. Oh, how long for, Paul? Guys, obviously, the I do what I normally do and read people's what it's out. I know you can all read, but it just helps to keep it going along. Paul's had a £60 11-ounce cat at Cudmore. Only had size 8 curve shank and a £13 line, a £40 leader. I landed it, and it was a proper fight. How long did it take you, mate? Because I often think your leaders have to be quite long, don't they, on a cat? Because don't they? I know they've got the rough pad inside, but can they? Are they quite abrasive on the out? No, they're slimy, aren't they? They're slimy on the outside. Yeah, no, they're slimy. But mate, that's immense. That is huge. And you don't know they can swim backwards, or is that? I might. Oh God, I have the brain of a sieve. Um, I know eels can swim backwards, but I've seemed to have read somewhere the things that stick in my head are quite ridiculous. But I'm sure I've heard that the cats can swim backwards, and that's why they're so difficult. By the way, guys. Yeah, just while we're waiting for people to catch up and everything. I've got decorating to do. I've got a list. It's half term next week. All this has got to come off, and it's going to be that colour over there, which has been there for ages. I've not. I think it's because I've not been a big fish hunter because I don't go to big fish venues. But I'm sure. I mean, I've had my fair share of like 18, £20 carp, and most of them on the pole. To be fair, but I've not. I don't do the PB thing really. I don't even do it with. I'm going to do it with the perch because that's a big thing for me at the minute. It's sort of taken over my thinking at the minute, and that's where we might be next week. Me and Spartacus, we might be on the canal. I got a few spots in mind. I might be drop shotting and I might be lure fishing, and I might. I'm thinking what I might do is have two rods out, or I'll have one rod out and one lure out. So I'm gonna have one with a lob worm on, stuck to the bottom, and maybe I might even put a cage feeder on and fill it full of casters and worm, and then stick a big lob on the end. Um, I don't know. I've just got it in me. I just want to get a decent sized perch. Because I don't know if you've seen, guys, and I know we go through this every week where I do this. I don't know if you've seen the perch video I did at Wassell Grove where we actually sort of targeted perch, but they're never going to be very big in a commercial unless you've got massive waters. If you've got massive waters, then you're gonna. So Callum don't actually want one. Have you had any close calls where one's come off or whatever? So. Oh, yeah. Catching on with a big old group. I've seen actually I've got a video coming out next week where because it's Halloween week, I've done like a scary fishing videos where things happen that you don't expect and there's a little bit of scare in them and everything. A bit like the one where I did where the try not to laugh fishing videos. But and there's one of them where they've got I think it's a 4 foot shark on, and one of those big the big Goliath grouper comes up and just takes the shark one bite. It's gone. So, I think we have. I think that same sort of thing on the with the live stream. To be honest, I'll just change that slide. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm working on a different way of doing the live stream, which is going to take me about 3 weeks to master. So there might be a live stream go up, not the normal Friday one, but there'll be a live stream go up that's a recorded live stream. So it'll be just me talking. There'll be no one else in on the live stream, but it'll just be a practice. But I'm thinking I might just stick it up anyway. To be honest. Mhm. Is it? Why would that be, Camo? Why? I want to call you Dick. No, I ain't gonna call you. I'll call you Camo. But it, is it you just don't want to handle them? You just don't want to. What's it? Them? I saw again. Saw a video about carp fishing because I watch them all, mate. I watch absolutely all, everything. Um, I watched a thing where they were fishing in France, and these small cats become a real problem getting the boilies for the carp. So you might be able to help me out on this. I'm sure they put like a cage, a plastic cage around the boilie. Oh, where's he going to go with that now, though, mate? That's his personal best for life, probably. They stink. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I can't argue with that. I know they stink and they're slimy buggers as well. Yep. I mean, I can't argue with everything that everybody has said that on the live stream. I wish I could go. Nah, I ain't with you on that. I ain't with you on that. But everything everyone said so far, that's I just agree with. £4, £4, a £4 four perch, mate. Anyone seen the? I think we've discussed this before as well, but the Carl and Alex, them two young guys. Really, I should hate them for the fact that they couple of young guys and they go around the world fishing and everything. You carp guys. If I don't know if you've seen the best carp lake in the world, mate. Mate, they're just come out. Watch that video if you've not seen it. And they go to the States with a bunch of other guys. They go camping, and they're out there. And some of those fish, they're pristine, fully scaled mirrors, absolutely stunning, stunning fish. There's more. It's more unusual that they get linear mirrors or just normal mirrors than getting fully scaled. Um, I think they had a couple of decent. It's not a beer. It's another. I'm not sponsored by Dr. But no, get down that road again. But they had some really nice commons as well. You're talking 30. Most of the fish were over £30, and it looked like it was brilliant. But Carl and Alex, their channel as well. I really do like that channel because they do a mix of fishing. And that one of the guys, I think it was Carl, went over to Holland, and the one of the guys he was fishing with there caught £7 perch, a £7 perch. And me and Spartacus was with those who don't know or have not seen the video. Spartacus is my dad, and I call him Spartacus because he looks like an old Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas is old, so he looks like him. But that's why I call him. Hey, Monty's in the house. My family garden. Monty's my brother from another mother. He's a good friend of mine. Smashing, smashing guy. So Monty, check out everybody. Everybody, check out Monty. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Nice to see you, my friend. You not do the teaching on a Friday now? Oh, mate, Paul, I'm with you, mate. A nice, good quality, chunky fish. Love it. Absolutely love it. As I say, I had a good day's fishing on a Wednesday when I just, as I say, broke the reels out, broke the rod out, got myself a little fold-up chair, just a normal, like a director's chair. It was the most comfortable fishing I've had in a long, long time, and I think I'm going to do more of it, to be honest. Come on, we were talking about this as well in syndicate waters, and we were talking about farmers pools, we call them as well, where a lot of people just go and fish for the car. And I should imagine probably a lot of the big carp waters, the perch are left alone, so those perch are growing really big. Obviously, the carp are breeding, so you've got an influx of young carp that the perch are feeding on. And of course, no one's catching them, are they? So, oh my God. Have you filmed it, Monty? Have you filmed your cooking? Yeah, I saw Carl and Alex have when they were youngsters, and really, as I say, I should hate them because they're young fellas, prime of life, lots of money now, brilliant channel. They're killing it on the channel. So, hey, Monty, I'll check your video out later, son. Yeah, I probably won't do it tonight though because I'll be hungry again. I've already had fish and chips tonight, so I can't have anything else. Gotta keep this fine figure of a man, keeping it in tip-top shape. Just unfortunately, this week's shape is a sack of spuds. So no, um, but yeah, as I say, I do think that a lot of those perch in the bigger lakes are being left alone in the syndicate water, the carp syndicate waters. Um, and I think there's some big fish out there. And you saying, Paul, you saying about the 70s. Do you remember the perch die off that we had? And I think a lot of the big perch went, and I think possibly the those genes went as well. Right. Yeah, misconceptions. Yeah, we had this discussion that we had. I think, as you say, and I think that's where I got the info from. I think the big perch, and I think there's probably some big pike in those what's it as well. Because I know a lot of the big trout waters. What's that big reservoir called that everyone goes for trout? I'll remember in a minute. And it's got the water tower that comes off the dam wall. But yeah, because the pike grow really big in there because they're taking the younger trout and whatever. I should imagine it'd be the same with younger carp. Excuse me. But I think you need Rutland water. That's it, Paul. Thanks, mate. That's bang on. I think that you need a good healthy population of predators to take the sickly fish, and then the stronger fish survive and they get bigger. And I just think, as we've discussed before, I think that we there's a level that's hit between places. Yes, that's another one as well. Taskmaster for Mud, that place with no vowels in. Me and Spartacus were discussing the other day in the car on the way. You're a good predator. You look like him. You look like Predator. Thanks for coming in, Camo. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely great stuff. Thank you very much for coming in. And thanks for making the live. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for contributing because that's what it's all about. I think that's what I think it's all about. So no, thank you very much. Have a lovely time wherever you're going. If you're going on holiday or whatever. You're right, Seamus. To be honest, mate, I really do that. Yeah. So yeah, thanks very much for coming in, Camo. I think your name must be Colin, but thanks very much for coming in, Col. It's been brilliant. Please come in again because you helped with the live stream, and that's the what's it? Right. See you later, buddy. Oh no, sorry. 12-hour days in the morning. Sorry, mate. I thought you days off. I read it as off for 12 days. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Yeah, so I that's the place with no vowels in Wales. Is it a massive water aid? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen those trout that Seamus brings out of that. He calls it a trickle, but out of that little river that he's got, there's one place, Seamus. I don't know if it's if I'm right in saying this. It's the bit by the tunnel, that little culvert thing. You seem to get a fair few from there. Large reservoir, yeah. It's not the one where all Brummies get our water from, is it? Is it that one? But yeah, if you want to see some decent trout fishing, guys, in a little stream, look at Seamus's. Do you use a fly, Seamus, when you're fishing for them, or are you lure fishing for them? I can't remember. Releases into selling, yeah. I knew it was something like that. But yeah, got some interesting stuff. I always have this plan to get these things up and running, but it seems to take me a long time to start them off. Like the thing with Big Earn, the water thing for showing you how to, or showing not you guys because you guys know what you're doing, but showing people how to plumb the depth, how to make rigs, all that kind of thing. Talking about water levels and how different different temperatures in the water will affect the fish and stuff like that. I have all these brilliant ideas going around in my head, and then it's trying to find the time to do them. So I make sure that I do the 5 minute Friday. That's a must. I didn't actually upload it till I think it was about 20 past 5 today, purely because the computer was too slow. So that's taught me that I need to do it more. So oh, so they're like an accident, Seamus. You pick them up when you're fishing for the chub. Monty, you're always thinking of your stomach. He's always thinking, how do I get free food? How do I get free food? He does, he does. If you don't know, guys, My Family Garden, obviously, it's a gardening channel, and he's got his lovely chickens. He's got his lovely family, smashing family. The kids are great, but he's always looking for a free feast, and I can't knock him for that one. Strangely, I've, you missed it actually, Mon, when I first came into the live stream. I've not done a lot of video watching this week. Catching up next week. I've got a day off. This day off coming soon. Are you talking about magic mushrooms? It's not a date, Monty. It's not a date. But mate, I'll definitely give it a look. I'll definitely give it a look. as I say, I'm catching up on all my videos. I'm going to have a look at the guys that have come in today, Camo, Paul Pard, and you know what I mean. I always have a look at the guys, see what they're up to. Go on then, Monty. I can feel a joke coming here. He found a pike while he was out mushroom hunting, and I was waiting for the punchline. There's no punchline coming. Did you find it? Was it dead, mate? Was it on the side of the river? Oh, it's not a joke. Okay then. All right then. But yeah, I've just yeah, just going back to the other stuff. Um, I'm thinking of doing some stuff on the other channel. I've got another channel. I forgot what it's called now. I think it's called Dad's Vlogs. But I'm going to change the name and I'm going to do all the stuff that I've learned from doing vlogging, from doing live streams, um, all the little things that I found, the editing suite that I've got, or the editing app that I use on the computer and stuff like that. And really, it's for people who, like me, and probably a lot of you guys, who aren't the best technical savvy kind of people, but it might be able to help out with a few issues, a few bits and bobs, ideas with your cameras, ideas with editing and stuff like that. I'm thinking of doing that and doing a bit more on that channel. But I'm thinking of like trying to do different stuff all the time, um, especially in the winter because obviously we can't get out as much as we wanted to. So does sound good, doesn't it? But we'd have to. Sounds right, Monty. That's where they sort of hang about on the sides like that. Now, what I'm doing now is trying to keep it simple, stupid. For me, because I keep it simple because I'm stupid. So what I want to do is try and pass on the most simple tips and hints and tips that I can. I'm sort of doing a fishing video. Um, if you look at, did you see the sneaky little transition I did at the very end of the 5 minute video where I disappear? There's things like that that I've just found out how to do, and I try and teach myself. I have this thing where I did all right at school. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't go into further education really. Other than I did sort of half did apprenticeships and learned stuff in my workplace. But I decided a few years ago that I'd try and teach myself more and more things to do. So I try and teach myself something new every day. Um, Even if it's something really small or really sort of really easy or whatever. So I'm just playing about with the computer, just messing about a bit. But there you go. It's very very kind of you though, Aid. But yeah, as I say, I use a thing called Filmora, and it's the most straightforward, easy editing you can use. Uh, you have different tracks across the bottom. You have different, and you can put different effects on, different overlays on, different writing styles, and do you know what I mean? And it's quite easy. It's cut and paste, basically, moving stuff around on the timeline. And it's quite straightforward. See, I want to change mine to either DaVinci Resolve, which is I think is the next step up from mine, but I don't want to go into uh, Premium Pro. I don't want to go into that. But is the DaVinci quite straightforward, Aid? because I know their colour and everything's pretty good. Is that what you used, Monty, as well, DaVinci Resolve? Because I'm thinking of, as I say, just giving it a go on something else. I know it's my PC isn't too bad, to be honest, once. To be honest. But I think it's free, isn't it? Unless you use a certain thing on there. Let's see. I'm just about to upgrade this to a desktop. Brilliant. You've sort of half made my mind up there, Ada, because I'm thinking of that. But as I say, the Filmora one for someone who's absolutely starting and whatever. Charts about sea fishing and Phillies freezer. I don't blame you, Seamus. Don't blame you. Where would you go, Seamus? You'd go? Here's me. If I'm looking up to Scotland, you'd go to the east coast, wouldn't you? So you'd go sort of into Norfolk that way. Is that where you'd go? So I know they do some good fishing out there in the North Sea. See, my problem would be that I'm slap bang in the middle, and I couldn't. I'm slap bang in the middle of the country, so I'm probably the furthest away from what's it than anybody. Yeah, with Bill Scarborough. Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, that's the road I'm going down. I'm going down having because I've had laptops for so long now because I've had them through work, and that's what we used at work. So that's what I'm used to using. And it's been a long time. We did have a desktop for uh, like a desktop PC. We had one for an absolute age, but now I'm going to Mark Carp's in the house. Mark, your ears are burning. Just saying about missing your live stream again, mate. I can't do it because I've come off a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night shifts. I fish. I go straight from the night shift onto a fishing trip because I go most Wednesdays, so I don't sleep. I get home, I have a little nap, and then I have to go and pick my daughter up from university at 9 o'clock. So I think I'll get back and I'll be in the last 10 minutes or so. So I have to watch it after, but then I can't comment on nothing then. So anyway, but it's nice to see you, Mark. Thanks for coming in. Please, guys, check out Mark's live stream on a Wednesday. That's a cracking live stream. That is. They were talking about cold weather and rods and stuff like that. We're just talking about Mark. We're just talking about editing and what everyone's using for people on the what's it. I've used Filmora for quite a while. I'd using DaVinci. What do you use, mate? I will make it, Mark. I will. Well, next week. No, I probably won't do it next week either, to be honest. Cheers. I'm not sponsored, but if they want to send me something, I'll have it. Yeah, so Power Director V12. Is that the one that comes on the computer? Or is that one you've had to get in? It's really strange how people use like totally different systems to do what they do. Oh, you bought it? Yeah, I mean, I paid a one-off payment for mine for the license. Yeah, I think mine was £40, £45 or something. and it just stops you having to have the watermark on. You can use it for free, but you get a little watermark in the bottom corner, and it says film Wondershare Filmora. But I didn't want that, so I paid for that, and it's like a lifetime thing. Yeah, I think, Age, you're right. Most people are using Premiere Pro, I think. Yeah, see, I'm a bit like Mark. I'm happy with my what's it. I just want to be able to do slightly more with mine. So keyboard battery's died. He's gone. Aid's gone. Just watch then, Aid. You can't interrupt anymore. Yeah, I watch Danny's angling blog as well. Um, it should small more. Don't you think, Mark? It should small a lot more. Great, great, great channel. Oh, he's back. Just when we thought I couldn't interrupt anymore, he is. But yeah, I've noticed that I know I'm thinking of changing, but I'm okay with what I've got. If you know what I mean, I'm trying more like different things with the like with the drone footage, with that the what's it on a stick, um, the GoPro on a stick. I think that might work quite well for you carp guys, Mark, just to watch from a height. Watch the carp come in, especially some of them bigger guys. Um, no, there's not enough smiling, is there, Mark? No, I think we should all smile more. It's why I do what I do, to be honest, because I don't think there's anyone out there really. Mark, I've actually got one, and I was practicing with it the other day. Um, the drone, I got. I just searched and searched and searched, and obviously secondhand, it's an old one, but it just flies great, and it's because it's not the drone; it's the actual footage itself and the gimbal that's underneath the drone. So I took it up on Wednesday, and the wind was blowing it like this, but the actual footage is rock solid, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've got the DSLR gimbal, and I was giving it a go the other day because you need to do more B-roll, I think, and I want to do it for more vlogging style, maybe. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I think when you're doing the videos that we're doing, if you look at the videos from, I mean, I think I'm up to 130 videos or something like that that I've done. But the timeline as you're moving along, and you watch, like there's like different things that happen. So the first few, I didn't speak at all. You never saw my face. Then on the next few, I did a little bit of talking. Then you couldn't shut me up. Then I started doing funny stuff. Then there was live streams. Then, and do you know what I mean? And it's evolving the whole time. It's the one. Um, Actually, it's down in the garage because I was charging it because I'm taking it out tomorrow morning. To what's it? It's the Zangyong one. I paid again, searching and searching around, mate, but it's second hand, 100 160 quid. So I mean, they're quite expensive, but worth it. Absolutely worth it. And as I say, the drone I've got is a DJI Phantom 2. So it's one of the real early ones. But as I say, it works fine. I don't need for it to go miles and miles and miles. I need it to give me a nice view of the lake that I'm fishing, a little bit of the view round, give people an idea of the layout of the place. And Thomas has had a silly thought. That don't surprise me in the slightest. Oh, um, did I disappear into the circle of death then, guys? Oh, I think it's because I decided a while ago that with the talking to the camera and all that kind of thing and just talking, I talk a lot anyway. My whole family will tell you that I talk and talk and talk. But I just decided that I just thought to myself, sod it, I don't care. I really don't care. People can laugh at me as much as they like. I mean, look at me. I'm overweight. I fish. I wear glasses. I have a bloody man bun, for God's sake. So there's nothing anyone can say to me to upset me, to be honest. So, trolling, not interested in it. I don't, I, I don't want I did, but I felt like giving up YouTube this week. Well, it's a great hobby for me. I love it. Again, don't know why. I've been down in the dumps for the last few weeks, so I just got fed up with everything. Seamus, I sort of had an idea that you were a bit like that because of the fact that you're not uploading and whatever. The, mate, I think we've all been through that as well. And I think anyone will tell you this. Me and Monty had a conversation about getting fed up on it and stuff like that. Well, I think the best thing you can do, mate, is just work through it. Just do, like I do the little 5 minuters. Just do little 5 minuters, and then if you feel like it, stitch them together and make a bigger video, that kind of thing. But I totally understand, mate, where you're coming from because I get it as well. But my view on it is that I want to give it a proper go because I feel like I've let myself down if I don't. So I'm not going to mention. It's no one here. It's no one here, and we've not mentioned this channel in there. But there's a channel that, and I don't think you need to have. I don't think you need to catch fish on a channel to make it a good fishing channel. I really don't think that at all. If you can make it interesting, but there's a guy, and this is the wrong way to think. And I don't know if any of you guys in here now have thought this way as well. But you look at some channels and you go, how on earth have they got that many subscribers? How on earth they make no effort at all? They never catch a fish. They make no effort at all to give, and like they've got loads and loads of subscribers, and that gets me down a little bit sometimes because of the amount of effort that I put in. It might not look like it, but even when I'm doing the stupid news ones, I have to set all that up. I have to put a shirt and tie on. I have to set up like a backdrop, get my camera and everything ready, have the time, and then put the time in for the editing and everything. And then someone just rocks up in front of a camera, says something, and I just think, Mark, take a break, mate. It's a hobby, not a job. Yeah, Seamus, I'm a different frame of mind because I do really want to get there. All right, it's a hobby. No, I can understand where you're coming from with that, Paul. Paul's just saying you can get a good idea of the bottom you're fishing over with a drone, and then when you use them for bait application. I've seen, Paul. Have you seen the ones in the States where they use them to take bait out on the sea, so they can get it out a long way? That's quite good. We shouldn't be. But Seamus, have a look at what Monty's just put there. That's quite a good idea. Make a few videos on one day. So when I'm in the mood. I film loads and edit and release over the next few weeks. That's a brilliant idea, that is, Monty. Shamus, we all get there, mate, as well. That's good or bad. And I'd watch his films every match, whether it's good or bad. And I love that about it. I love the fact that that it's honest. And I think if you do a, a honest, I can't say that properly, an honest video, then no one can knock you for that. What I don't like is when people just rock up. They make a video and it's like there's nothing in that. There's no story. If you watch Mark's videos, Mark starts with the setup, his rigs, the fish, and an end bit. You get the same with Monty's. Totally different because it's a garden video. He does the intro, the setup, and whatever. And there's a story. With you, Aid, it's like the draw, the fishing, the weigh-in, and the payoff is whether you've won or not, or where you've come in the match. So I understand that. Excuse me. It's when people just give, and that's it. It's nothing. It's like a nothing video. Yeah, Aid, you've spoiled the surprise now because I ain't seen that one. Oh God, Mike Tyson's in the house, guys. No, nice to see you, Mike. Thanks for coming in, mate. Uh, yeah, that's it, Mark. That's what you've got to have. You've got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But like, as I say, I think this guy that I saw had got something like about 9,000 subscribers and does nothing. I think we have a backlog of about a month's worth of videos. I've been out and about. I've just been too tired and lacking energy to do anything. But well, just do what you can. If you've got a backlog of videos there showing us, don't feel that you've got to release them all in one go. Do what Monty said and set them up so as soon as you've got them sorted and ready for the story or ready to upload them and put a what's it date on, a release date on, a publish date, and then do them sort of for a few weeks ahead. By which time you'll have the other cameras because I want to see some underwater stuff, especially that one bit where the chub came past, mate, and there was loads and loads of fish there. I just wish I'd took my camera out the bloody boot of the car because those will be brilliant, brilliant videos. And to show Athena, if you can get yourself a long enough, well, I know I keep going on about that 3 meter selfie stick. Buy yourself one of them, mate. They're about 6-7 quid. And that means you can almost get to the other side of that river and get right up into the edges and whatever. You'll be able to give us some real insights into that there. But again, Aid, you saying your videos are more of a record of what happened. They might be a record of what happened, but they follow a linear line. So you've got like Mark said, Mark's hit the nail exactly on the head there. Beginning, middle, and end. You've got to have an intro. You've got to have the middle, and then you've got to have the payoff at the end of it. He's He's the one who doesn't do much talking. He's the matchman. He's the one that puts the what's it up because I think the video does the talking for himself. To be fair, but Aidy's the one who doesn't do the talking. It's Rich is his brother who don't smile. That makes me laugh. But this is what we're talking about here. That the fact that Aid finds it difficult to talk to the camera. I have verbal diarrhea, so I don't shut up. Yeah, wait until you see him, Seamus. I think there's three. Two of the, but I'm not sure on the battery. issues in them, but they're all the same battery. So if you can get 2 decent batteries for the 3 cameras, then you're laughing, to be honest. And there's 2 cases, underwater cases. So what you need is the GoPro, little GoPro connectors. They're cheap. You can buy some cheap ones. Mark. Is about ready to promise that make enough. Do that, so I will finish one. I do the same, Mark. To be honest, I have snippets of videos that I can tie together for things. So the 5-minute Friday videos, I tend to have some stuff in the bank for that. I have got, having said that, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 videos ready to come out. I've still got the match video that I did. I'm not particularly happy with that one because I made myself look like an idiot. But again, it's part of the journey of being like not match fished and thinking I was cleverer than I was. And again, same kind of thing. I don't care that what people think of me, and I will say that I made one hell of a mistake, and it was me that made the mistake. So, you're right, mate. You're right. If you look at what Monty's saying there, story sucks people in and helps your watch time. I think using fishing parlance, if you like, using fishing talk, you need a hook to grab people in. And if you can find something that's interesting enough, I always try and find a story in what I'm doing, although it's just basically fishing, like just going to a commercial and just trying to catch perch. That was the story. The other one was just fishing in the margins for big carp. It was the thing that like drew the story along. But the last one I did will be using for me using a rod and line and a waggler float because I was trying to sort out my reels, and that'll be the story for that one. That'll be the hook. But you're right. As a Zane Young, a Zane Young thing. What I'll do, Mark, is bloody hell. Um, I'll show you. I'll show you next week, mate. Or I'll put it. What I'll do is on your live stream, mate. Video. I'll put the name of it underneath in the comments because you'll pick that up. Then it'll come up as a thing. Yeah, Paul's just saying that. That's what lives are about: being yourself. Happy days. If you try and be someone you're not, I think you're always going to come unstuck because people will pick holes in your story, or you'll pick holes in what you do and what you say and stuff like that. I've got to be honest. What you see me on the bank is basically what I'm like. So the idiot you see on the bank fishing, doing stupid things and trying new stuff and whatever. Speaking of which, and me and Mark in Mark's live, I was talking about this soda float thing that I'm doing. I'm doing a video on it next week, and it's basically a what it is a feeder float, and you have a ball underneath the feeder. So you pack the feeder out, and it's actually got a dome top, so it looks like a float. And you put a pellet underneath. You fill it full of pellets or corn or meat or whatever you want to do. And there's a ball underneath. It's clear plastic. The ball fills with water, drops down, and all the stuff drops out of the what's it? It drops out over your bag. So as you're feeling, what's going on? It's my youngest.
Hi guys.
Oh my god. In that one, mate. So Mike, where did you go? Where did you fish this week, Bish? And how was big them carp you mentioned earlier, 5 Minute Friday? Mate, the biggest one I had was I went to Huntington because I was going to do the Halloween special fishing with jellies with the sweets and stuff. We got stopped in my tracks, told I couldn't use them, which is fair enough. It's their fishery. So all I had with me was corn and meat. I had no pellets. I had nothing. So basically, I was setting my kit up. I didn't have the cameras ready or anything. I was fishing with a rod and line because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to break out the reels for. And I've given them a clean, you see, and put new line on. And you know what it's like. I didn't want to go proper fishing how I wanted to go fishing without trying them out first. So I tried them on the local pool first, and they worked absolutely brilliantly. I was just checking my depth with a bait on because I always do that. Aid will tell you this as well. You always make sure that the bait doesn't bring you. You need to know where your float's going to be with the bait on. So I dropped it into the edge straight away, gone, and I had a 12-pound mirror, just gone, and it was so brilliant to hear that reel scream away. And I think I might do a bit more. Also, it was a lot more comfortable because I could sit in a normal chair. Where are we now? Aid says, not really interested in views. It's more about keeping a record that's interesting to my friends and family. You say that, Aid, but you get a lot of views. What your channel, I notice you get some cracking views on your channel. You get in the thousands. But you've not got many subscribers, so it might be worth maybe just doing a call to action, they call it, and just say, please hit the bell, hit the subscribe, because a lot of people will watch your videos and not think about subscribing. And I think maybe that's because if you've got the subscriptions, you've got the views. If you could get your subscriptions up, because I bet you've got over 4,000 watch hours easily. So you could be monetized, and you could make a little bit of money that way as well. And you could just plow it straight back into your what's it? Just going right now. I need one for, but I need one for. That's what I bought mine for, mate. And I did some this week because that was. I wanted to try me reels out, try me rods out. I wanted to try that out, and it was, it was quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Cathartic. It was nice to just get there, try the gimbal out and everything. You'll see the B-roll when I do it. But it's nice to just have that smoothness. I'll tell you what, Mark, as well, if you can balance it right, you've got the right camera and you balance it right and you move it and it stays dead smooth as you do it, but it's also got like a little round joystick on the handle. If you move it across, it's like a very small joystick. Move it across one way or the other and it'll pan around and it'll pan up and down, but the smoothness in the what's it is really, really good. To be anyone else but yourself, like saying nothing, Mike, about Mr. Happy, but yeah, you've got to do the call to action. See, there you go, mate. Adrian, you're killing it on the views, mate. If you can just get a bit more momentum. How many subs you got now? I mean, I know this isn't our thing in this channel, really, or in this live where we do this, but it's I just I think you could really see, mate. If you did a call to action, Aid, if you're getting them kind of views, people will kill for them kind of views. If you're getting them kind of views, your subs should be a lot higher. But I only think it's not because of the channel, it's not because of anything else. I think it's people just watch and then they forget to subscribe. But if you said just hit the bell, please subscribe, hit the bell, and then you won't miss any of this. Where are we now? Where are we now? Did you just fish the rods, Bish, not the pot? Yes, Mike, just rods. Just got the rods out, and I fished with. I did a challenge video a while ago where I had £20 to spend at a car boat, and I had to get a rod, a reel, and other stuff as well. But it was a £20 fishing one, and I picked up this Avanti pole, Avanti, no, a leader, sorry, stand and deliver rod, and I picked it up for £8. It was brand new in a bag. And I just, and I just use that, and I think that's about a 12-foot rod. And I just because I'd not used it properly, wanted to use it with my proper reels. Got my proper reels out. Had a great time with it. Great time with it. So okay. The only thing I'd say, Mark's saying that's what he's after, Bish, right? Because we're talking about again, what he wants some movement in his videos instead of just a camera on a tripod, because that's a lot of mine is static because I turn to the camera, or I have it close enough that I can turn it to the fish as I bring them in. But yeah, I thought that as well. And every video that I like from not other fishing videos, more like the guys like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hoopier, Becky and Chris. There's a few guys out there that I watch as well, which they do more vlogging style and about cameras and stuff like that. And I love that, the movement that they've got on their camera, and when they're moving, it's not all over the place. Because if I walk in mine, it's like it's everywhere. But with that, I found I only had a quick go. I only had 10 minutes with it, and it worked really, really well. Oh my god. Seamus is, I don't know if you're aware, but Seamus has got, it's not a pet pike of his, but it's a pike that he shows a lot of interest in. And one of the pikers had a go at a Jack Russell. That's not going to endear her to the local community, mate. Across its side, Seamus. So I thought it would have took a bite in the leg. Oh my god. Yeah, I think with the thing with AIDS just saying that the matches have to be static. Because they do, mate. You have to have a static camera because you can't keep getting up and moving around and stuff like that. What a crazy fish she is. Wow. Minor cuts. What's the yeah, guys? Here's a question for you. Like, obviously, we've got different types of fishing going on here. Monty, you can join in with the worst chicken injury you've had. But what's the worst injury you've had fishing? What would you say is the worst thing that's happened to you where you're fishing injury wise? That is a good question for you. Mm. I think mine would be a hook actually going right into my finger. I had to be, and it was barbed, and I had to cut the end off and draw it through. So I had to cut the eye off and then draw it through. That wasn't very nice. Oh wow! Ooh. Imagine it. Imagine if she had took that. Surely she's not big enough. The picture I saw, what is she? She's about 12, 13 pound, Mama. Or do you think she's bigger? Monty's hooked his thumb on a fishing hook. I thought you'd never been fishing, or you fishing in your pond in your garden. Yeah, I saw that. Andrew Fishman, who's normally in the live stream, smashing guy. Great channel as well. If you're looking for a channel over in Australia, I saw that where he got both thumbs. Oh, it's made me knees go funny. Yeah, baiting pole. Oh yeah, baiting needles. Oh, see, I don't use big baiting needles. I bet you guys do. You use quite stiff ones, don't you, to get through the boilies and stuff? Oh no, 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 no. The amount of times, and of course they've got the little barb on it now, so you push, and you go, and then it's that decision of, you just got to pull it. Oh, Seamus bit by a pike. Monty, don't know if you know, guys, but I'm seeing Monty in the spring. He's coming over to me, and I'm going to take him fishing. That'll be good. That'll be a brilliant, brilliant video. I know it will. Oh, mate, Paul, baiting needles. Virtually every time I go fishing, a baiting needle because I use them for when I because I fish mainly with banded hooks, so they got a little elastic band on. And even if I'm using corn or meat, I use the baiting needle through the corn and then pull the band through. So the band is inside the meat or inside the corn and expands and it just holds it on. And it's a really good presentation, to be honest. Most things it was probably cuts from pike gills. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I think it was probably a mistake, like with Seamus with a shark. When a shark bites a person, it is like a mistake, and they let go. Or if you're lucky, they let go. Monty, it's not a date. How many times have I got to tell you? It's not a date. But yeah, I'm going to take Monty fishing, so that'll be good. But don't worry, guys, I won't take him anywhere where he's going to cause any damage. Mark hooking the finger for me. Oh, it's nothing worse. Mike Tyson, of course, mate. Mr. Lewis Tyson. Thanks for watching. If you're there, thanks for watching the live stream. I do apologise for your father. There's not much we can do about that, mate. But no, smashing guy. Thanks very much, Lewis. If you stood with your dad watching this, but or you're watching the live, it's a pleasure to give you a shout out, mate. Absolute pleasure. My family garden, mate. I'm gonna try and lose you, I think. Although my brother hooked me in the face while practicing fly fishing on the ground when I was about 15. Oh. Hooks are horrible, to be honest, mate. Aren't they? Really, hooks are horrible. Wasn't really that one. She's gone for my hand before. Mm. Yeah. Do you think, Seamus? Do you think that that it's a fight bite, or do you think it's a bite where she's trying to eat them? Do you think they do fight for territory, or do they side up to each other and just have? She's a bully, but I love her. Yeah, a bit like my wife. Oh no, no more, no more. I don't. Why did I start that story? Why did I ask that? Oh, I'd say that was it Rich or was it another brother? His brother caught him in the face with a fly when they were practicing fly fishing. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ooh, a bit of that hurts, a bit of that hurts, a bit of that. Rich. So it's no wonder you don't laugh. It's traumatized. It's traumatized. But no, it's what was I gonna say? Mike, where's Aaron? Is he making any sandwiches for tomorrow? Anyone fishing this weekend at all? I know, Mark, you were saying that you want to try and get out. Split cane salmon fly rod. I've got a split cane rod in the garage. I've got a really, really old Hardy's rod as well. And as I say, I've got this Bakelite reel, which I'm going to try and use. Oh, where you going? Where you going, Aid, and where you going, Mark? Oh, sorry, please, Corey. Mike, are you out this weekend as well, or? Into yeah, yeah. So they have, I suppose they have in their mind a legal limit of what they will take. Dorset pools. Yeah, Paul. I saw some guys doing that. And really, if you think about it, it's only like having like bread, I suppose, floating bread. And I've seen carp go for anything on the surface. I've fished surf for carp. I've fished surface. My God, I've fished surface casters. So I've put 5 or 6 casters on a big hook. And then what I've done is I've greased the line. If you rub your fingers behind your ear, is a quick tip for you. Rub your fingers behind your ear and then run it along the line. And if you've got 5 or 6 casters on, dark casters, they'll float anyway. If you can get your line to float as well, and then basically it's a decent type of mugging. I've almost put it into the fish's mouth because they're like when I'm using casters and I'm throwing them in, there's always some that float. There's always some, and then after a while, the carp start coming up for these. Oh, but yeah, I'm with you on that, Paul. I bet that'd be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Walden, Paul. Never been to Walden. Where's that, mate? Where's that, Mike? What area is that in? Yeah, I don't blame you, Mark. It looks like it's going to absolutely tip it down. Car fishing 131. Thanks coming in. Dojo specialist. Dojo in the house. How you doing, my friend? I noticed your videos come up. I noticed you've uploaded one this week, but I've not seen hardly any videos this week at all. We've just been talking about. I've took a bit of a break this week from social media on the back end of the week because I work the front end, where I'll be catching up over this weekend. So I have seen it's there, Dojo. So I will be watching it. I'll have a look. I'll have a look for that one, mate. Because as I say, we're always looking for different places. Carp fishing 131. Uh, I'm just going to say 131 from now on because that's too long. Um, I'm sure me and my brother fished Roeith a few years ago, and I was talking to how the old guys come around, they tell you how good it used to be and all that kind of thing. And someone told me a lot of people put goldfish in there. A lot of people put goldfish into. It's just a thing that people do at Roeith. Mike, I'm going out on. It's going to be Wednesday or Thursday, depending on the weather. Not sure. Um, Everyone's on half term, so we might go a bit further, and I might do Tunnel Barn, or I might do somewhere I haven't done for ages. Might be Tunnel Barn. I might do Larford. I might do loads of different places. We really are, I'm not sure this week. Me and Spartacus will sit down. We go to Dad's for lunch on a Saturday, the family do. And me and Dad sort of plan the week out. So this week threw me a little bit. But having said that, it was a happy accident. So yeah, Monty, I don't know if you noticed, but Dojo did put one up this week. So as I say, I'm going to have a look. Paul, thank you very, very much for coming in, mate. And as same as when Camo came in, you've just added that extra dimension to the chat, mate. Thank you very, very much for coming. Please come in again. As you can see, some nice guys in there, so we can have a good, different swap around with stories and whatever. Anybody that goes out the stream and they have plans of coming back next week, have some things that you want to talk about, guys. Hot pepper pimp. Thanks very much for coming into the live stream. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. It's just catching up now. And going on. Back to Moncall Open. Right. Thanks very much, Paul. Good night. God bless. And look after yourself, my friend. We start loads of new car. I think several times, yeah. In June, we start fitting one car. And then 2009. 131. If that happens again, please try and message me so I can get down there with a camera, because it'd just be brilliant to watching those little fish. Because what I could do is get the GoPro in the water, and as they release, if they don't mind, as they release them, I could, you know what I mean. The fish coming past the camera would be an amazing thing to catch. Mike, a lot of these smaller, or not necessarily smaller, but a lot of the lakes and whatever, they guard the memberships quite closely, don't they? So you almost have to wait for someone to, I hate to say it, someone to die before they let you in. So there's only a certain amount of people. I've just seen it pop up, mate. I will have a look at that picture. Wow, Dojo. That'd be brilliant, that will. I have to make sure that I sub over, because I'd like to see that. That looks pretty cool, that does. So how's it going on the gardening side, guys? Are you sort of dragging in a lot of like the last of like your main crops now, and maybe doing a few cut and come sort of lettuces, that kind of thing, maybe stuff in pots and that. Sorry to say this, Bish, but I may not be coming to the live. But not many others. You're not, mate. Age, you're not. There's loads of us that are that do the pole fish and everything. We're just not in the. We just don't do the matches. That's all, mate. But please don't. I love the fact that you're coming. I love the bits you give us. That'd be great, mate. If you could let me know, just in any of my videos, just drop a message in there, and I'll see if I can get down. Winding down now. Yeah, still got salad stuff to drag in, and still carrots growing. Down to the last bits of harvest. That's just, Yeah, Mike's asking carp fishing 131. What's his first name? When he's fishing Rowie. Please, mate, keep coming to the lives because you add that extra thing. It's like the carp guys give us the insight on the carp stuff. Seamus is, like I said, Seamus is doing the river stuff, and you're giving us the match stuff because I'll be doing some more matches as well. And as we said, I'd like to, if you're doing some opens, I'd like to get over and do an open with you and Rich. I just think that'd be funny. That'd be excellent, to be honest. More than funny. But yeah, Rowyth Pavilion. I'm sure I've fished there a long time ago. A long time. Is it a membership only then? That water? I don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all, mate. You've got nothing to be sorry for. As I say, I just love your channel. It's one of the best channels I watch, to be fair. And as I say, I like the bits that, like the Da Vinci Resolve was a real eye opener to me tonight, and I wouldn't have known that unless you'd have said. So I'm because I think you can do more with that one than you can with Fillmore. I think if you're starting out, Fillmore is pretty cool because it's so simple and it's so easy. But mate, you got nothing to be sorry about at all. Absolutely nothing. So I spoke to day ticket is £6 for over 16, £4 for under. I'd only have to pay £4 then, wouldn't I? Oh, so you can just do a day ticket. Interesting. Interesting. I was going to say I didn't think I think I went and just paid a day ticket, but a few of these places that are day tickets, is there ever any trouble there, Carl? 131. Because I sort of don't go to Edgbaston Reza, and I'd love to go there and do some bream feeder fishing. But I've just heard there's trouble. Yeah, listen to Monty. No one likes him, and he just turns up. He just dropped in the live stream. Yeah, that hot pepper pink bloke and all. He's another one. Just turns up in a fishing live stream. How dare they? And I do the same in Monty's. To be honest, I go into Monty's live stream because it's not necessarily what type of fishing or what type of what's it you do. It's just it's just getting involved with the people that are there, and it's quite good to be honest. If you have any interest in fishing, then it's worth coming into the live stream. Well, there you go. You see, mate. You watch Monty's videos, watch his live stream. It's like watching Jurassic Park when the kids come in. They always dive in on his live stream. I feel sorry for him sometimes because he has them hanging off him, and he's trying to talk, and like they're all in the camera and everything. It's like watching a load of velociraptors eat him. But so, Dojo goes fishing with his dad. I go fishing with my dad. My dad's not fell in recently, so I might have to set up a video where I trip him up so he falls in. Because that'd make brilliant views. I'd get loads of subscribers. I'll trip my dad up and push him in. I think Seamus, I wouldn't put it past that. I wouldn't put it past any big fish going for anything that's in the water because they're opportunist feeders anyway. It's like what's it was saying earlier. I think Abe was saying earlier. There's a carp that lives under a bridge called Lucifer who takes big ones, takes adult ducks. Carp fishing 131. He's only 12 and never had anybody try anything. Mate, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I see. I see more. Hot pepper pimp. Thanks, Adrian. Hot carp pike. Yeah, mate. That's what I meant. One family on hot pepper. They're both laughing. They're on the. See, you know when they say these, if you look at hot pepper pimp from My Family Garden, you know when they say they're out there weeding. Out there weeding. There you go. But where are we, boys? Oh, we're nearly up to the 2 hour mark. As much as I love you, I'm going to leave you in a minute because I'm starving. I'm thirsty, and I'm falling asleep. But I am going to catch up on everybody's videos. Carp fishing 131. Do you put videos up? Because I'll check out some of your videos if you've got them there. Fair enough, Aid. Please come back in next week, mate. As you've seen, all these falls in here. We have loads and loads of different things going on. Oh my God, Dojo's back again. He's got a split personality. Dojo has. He's a hot pepper. He's a hot pepper dojo allotment specialist. Yeah, man. I'm starting to fade now, mate. I'm starting to go. So I used to River Ray or Bournebrook. But the Sally Oak way are those, mate? They up that way, are they? I think Bournebrook's that way, isn't it? Is it Sally Oak? I'm sure it's up that way. Dojo split personality. He's like that. That what's it in Glass? You have to watch him, guys. But listen, fellas, thank you so much for coming into the live streams. I'm doing 2 at the same time. No, thanks very much for coming into the live stream. As I say, we're on 158. Do you fish Dayhouse Farm as well, Carp? Oh, I keep going off on a tangent now. Carp fishing 131. Do you fish Dayhouse Farm? Because there's somewhere I've never ever fished and I quite fancy it. Oh my God, Steve's turned up now. Steve, we're just about to go home. You've just come in from the pub, haven't you? What you fish Dayhouse, do you, Mike? Because there's somewhere I really want to try. Oh, you just come in from work, Steve? So anyway, we might as well hang around. We might as well hang around for about 5 minutes and hear what Steve's got to say, because he's always got something to say. No, thanks very much for coming in, Steve. As I say, we were just about to finish off. So nice of you to come in. But no, it was mate, I've never fished Dayhouse. I've looked at it. I've gone past Sonington, gone up there, turned at the, I want to say the London Apprentice, but it's not the London Apprentice, is it? But I've never gone down and I've had some good days. Oh no, bit of crap on the big pool. Small pool is all right. Is the small pool carp fishing 131? Is the small pool the top pool? Is that what Mike's talking about? Sorry, or is it the first pool as you go in? I will have to go and have a proper look at it, I think. And does it stay open the whole winter? because I know Willow Marsh is closing Friday during the week. Love hide. Love fishing for hide. Oh no. Steve's had a blanco. Steve, I've been saying I broke the rods and the reels out this week. I was just trying I just wanted to get the rods out. I was going to do one of those silly videos I do with fishing with Halloween sweets, but never quite got to do because I was told I couldn't use them, which is fair enough. But I got the rods out and I gave them a good going over, some long casting, just because I wanted to get the line off the reel, the line back on the reel. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Just wanted to get my eye back in. The top pool is the small pool. The big pool is the bottom pool. Okay. Well, it looks like we're here for another 10 minutes anyway, guys. Just let Steve say hello to all his mates. I'll just sit here. But no, Lifford. Is that Lifford Lane? You're all right, Steve. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. See, I quite like the idea of Lifford Lane because you can get your car down there as well. You buy the Stumps place, or it used to be Stumps, or is it the football place now? Dojo allotment and what is it? Hot Pepper Pig, or wherever you know the channel is. I'll check that out, guy, mate. I'll have another look. Yeah, next to the tip. I think you can turn. Yeah, see you later, Dave. Thanks very much for coming in. It's very nice. I'm glad you're up and about and you're back to yourself. So, Peppa Pig. That'd be a brilliant channel. That would. Mick the Duke. Oh God. Anyone seen anything of Mike recently? I haven't seen anything of him recently. He used to be on the telly all the time. Seamus, good night. God bless. Look after yourself. Please do a few more. Do a few more videos, mate. Just keep producing. I think that's the trick. Yeah, just keep. Yeah, Peppa Pig hot. What's it like? I was going to catch you all later. Nice hearing. It has been a great live stream. We've had a good chat about different things. So no, that's absolutely brilliant. Please come back next Friday. We'll have another good chat next week. I'll have a bit more about me next week, I think, because I'm at the back end of this cold. So, guys, I am going to actually end the stream. I think, as I say, it would be going for 2 hours. And it's been a nice chat. So thanks very much for coming in, everybody. Nice to see you, Steve. I'll have to. You said you'd message me on Facebook, but I can't see it anywhere. I've tried looking and everything. So try and get me on the email, Steve, and I'll try and sort something out. Yes, Mark, I'm going to try and catch you next week as well. I should be able to because the baby's not at university next week. She's off for half term, so I won't be out and about. Please do. Carp Fishing 131. I will check out your channel. So good night, Bish. Good night, all. Good night, Mike. My family garden. See you later, Monty. It's not a date. We were on a break. Oh, Aid's still here. Aid, listen, mate. You've got to come back in. You're the backbone, and I need you. I do need you. See you later, guys. Thank you very, very much for coming in. It's been absolutely brilliant. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you real soon. You hear? Bye.